So you've been thinking about making the move to Springfield, Missouri. Well, in this video here, we're getting ready to go over 10 things that you absolutely have to know about before deciding to make the move here. I would honestly say that you should probably avoid moving here unless you can handle these 10 facts. So stay tuned because we're going over them right now. Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time to the channel, this is Living in the Ozarks, and on this channel we go over everything you would ever need to know about when it comes to living in or moving to Southwest Missouri and Northwest Arkansas. Now we go over different things such as the best places to live here, so the best neighborhoods, the safest neighborhoods, the different school zones, everything that you would ever need to know about when deciding to make the move somewhere, we cover it on this channel. So definitely if you guys want to stay up to date on those different types of videos that we put out here, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. That way you're notified every time we put out new videos just like this one here. And if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Chris, and me and my team help people make the move here every single day. So whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, 30 days, 90 days, next year, 10 years, it does not matter. Just be sure to reach out to us. You can give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Just reach out to us and we can have a discussion about what you are looking for in this area. And our job, honestly, is to be as honest with you as possible. So you're gonna tell us your situation, and then we're just gonna be honest and tell you if we think this place is a good fit for you or not. And then you can take that information and make the best decision for you and your family. So be sure, if you guys are thinking about making that move here, to reach out to us and let's have a talk about what your goals are and everything else. But enough of all that, we're going to hop into this video about the 10 things that you must know before moving to Springfield, Missouri. All right, so let's jump in here. We're going to start off with number one, which is that Springfield is in Missouri, which is a red state. So it is a Republican state. So if you're someone that is looking for something other than a red state, then this may not be your best option, obviously. Now, on the flip side, if you're someone that, is looking for that conservative area, that Republican area, that red state area, this is a great option. I will say that Springfield is a bigger city in size for this area, so you will have a little bit more split diversity whenever it comes to politics in the city of Springfield, but the general area for the most part is conservative by far. Even Springfield, the city itself is, but that is going to be where you're going to find more kind of down the middle whenever it comes to the politics. But overall, the area, at its roots, is definitely a conservative area. So that's why a lot of people call us, because they're looking for that red state. They're looking for that conservative state. We're not going to get into politics on this video here. That's going to be, that's your own opinion. And I, of course, have mine. But I will say that if you are a conservative, if you're looking for a Republican state, this is a great option. Not only Springfield, but some of the other areas too. But just something that I wanted to throw in there, and definitely something that you need to be aware of whenever it comes to moving here. That way you know what you're getting into and what to expect. All right, so number two is going to be guns. So yes, it is a red state, which means we like our guns here, of course.
Take this.
What's that?
It's a gun. Take it.
Well, I don't want it.
Take it.
The biggest thing about guns here is going to be the carry laws, is something that I want to touch on. So Missouri as a state is actually a permitless state. So you can not only open carry here, you can also concealed carry here without a permit. So a lot of people did not know that. Now, of course, you still have to go through background checks to get guns. No one, you can't just go get a gun and carry it around. You have to be 19 years or older and be legally able and capable of purchasing a gun. You still got to pass background checks and all that stuff. But if you are a legal adult and you have a gun legally, then you are allowed to not only open carry, but also concealed carry it without a permit. Now, of course, there's different establishments in different areas where you can't carry because of their own policies. But as a rule in the state of Missouri, you are allowed to conceal carry and open carry in the state of Missouri. Now, I do want to say and clarify here, that doesn't mean that, everyone here carries guns. I'm not saying that in any way whatsoever, but it, a lot of people get the wrong idea when it comes to, these more rural areas, and that in this Midwest area, but it is, in my opinion, it's a great thing. It's something that I believe heavily in the Second Amendment, so that might kind of tell you where I fall on the political side. But anyways, if that's something that you are looking for, and something that is a pro to you, it's a really good area for that. So definitely something that you need to be made aware of before making the move here. All right, so number 3 is going to be the healthcare here in Springfield. And what I'm mainly focusing on, or what I'm mainly talking about here, is going to be the different types of hospitals and facilities here in Springfield, Missouri. So there's actually a section of where most of the medical facilities are, which is the different hospitals, the different clinics, and all that stuff, which is going to be the medical mile. It's actually a really awesome area of really good hospitals here and different specialists here too. Now I'm actually going to be looking down here on my notes just to read over some of the highlights whenever it comes to all the different hospitals here, because if I tried to remember it and tell you guys, it's just all gonna be a huge mess. So I'm gonna look down, so don't think I'm not trying to keep eye contact with you guys and look into the camera here, but I just want to read this over for you guys really quick. So healthcare is actually Springfield's #1 growth industry, employing about 17% of the total workforce. It's home to 2 top 100 hospitals and level 1 trauma centers. So you have Cox Health is the only Springfield hospital system named a U.S. News and World Report's best regional hospital list for 7 years. So you have Cox Health here, which is going to have a tons of different departments, including behavioral health, neuroscience. The hospital's largest campus, Cox Medical Center South, features more than 600 beds and houses the hospital's main service lines, including a level 1 trauma center, a level 1 stroke center, and the Holston Cancer Center. The latter was accredited by the American College of Surgeons as a community hospital comprehensive cancer program. So then another big one here is going to be Mercy. So for 4 consecutive years, Mercy has represented the Ozarks as one of IBM Watson's Health's top 5 large U.S. health systems. It's the region's longest-serving healthcare provider with more than 9,000 Springfield area co-workers and physicians. Mercy's main Springfield campus houses a level 1 trauma center and burn center, a dedicated cancer center, a level 3 neonatal ICU, and region's most advanced heart hospital. Mercy is known for its dedication to young patients with Mercy Kids Children's Hospital and a 6,300 square foot Mercy Kids emergency room. The latter is a major plus for area parents, obviously offering a carefully designed child-friendly space. So that's just some of the main ones that I wanted to kind of go over. Probably botched reading that pretty bad, but anyways, whenever it comes to the different hospitals here, you've got a lot of really good options is what I'm trying to just get across here. Whether it be for, a certain type of, illness that you may have, if there is something, you may not have to go to these different, you may not have to fly to Dallas or Kansas City. There's a good chance that Springfield has what you are looking for. And then of course, just all of the other, tons of different clinics when it comes to, like eye clinics or foot clinics or whatever. There's a lot of good options here, and we have a lot of resources when it comes to the medical field here. So definitely something that I think is a huge pro for the area, and something that I think you should be aware of before making the move here. All right, so next up is going to be the affordability here in Springfield, Missouri. So what I'm talking about is things such as the cost of living here in Springfield.
We have a variety of affordable options.
So we're not going to go over all the different numbers and details. I'm actually going to refer you to our video right here. That video is going to be down in the description and attached to this video, and that's going to go over and break down everything when it comes to the cost of living here in Springfield, Missouri. So house prices, rental prices, food prices, gas prices, everything you could ever think of. It's going to give you a lot of information that way you know exactly what you can expect to pay for not only your house, but just all your daily needs and goods that you're going to be needing here when you move here, obviously. So definitely check out that video there to where you can see the cost of living, but also see why it's a very affordable place to move to. All right, so next up we have education. So for all my parents out there, if you're like me, I have 3 kids. So education is a very important thing to me in the area that I'm picking to actually move to. So if you are moving here with kids, or maybe you are a young couple and you're planning on having kids in the future and you're going to be here for a long period of time, then the education system is definitely something you want to take into account when you're moving somewhere. So I am going to be looking down at my notes one more time because I want to be able to tell you exactly what I want to tell you about the education system. So you are going to find many public and private schools here in the area, with a lot of private schools being faith-based, so Christian schools, stuff like that. Springfield is the biggest school district in the state of Missouri, but that's not the only school district you have to choose from here. You also have the surrounding smaller school districts. According to niche.com, the top school district in the Springfield area is the Ozarks School District, and it is ranked as the 19th best in Missouri. Ozark is located only a few minutes south of Springfield and is one of those safe and highly sought after suburbs. Ozark has a population of around 21,000 residents and almost 6,000 students. According to niche.com, most of the schools in the Springfield area hold at least an A- rating. So when it comes time for the higher education such as college or trade schools, you won't have to go far from home to find a great school. You'll find everything from technical schools to four-year universities here. Finding quality education is pretty easy in Springfield, to be honest. Some of the top universities and colleges in the area include Missouri State University, Drury University, Evangel University, Southwest Baptist University, and Ozarks Technical Community College. As you can see, those were my notes, and kind of wrote them there to kind of spiff up the whole thing. But anyways, I hope you guys kind of got some information from that. It really is, though, just to kind of dumb it down and like simplify it for people like me. It's a really good place whenever it comes to different types of education. And also, if you are someone that is looking to homeschool your kids, there's a lot of really good homeschool programs around here too. I don't know what the percentage is of people that actually homeschool here, but it is a fairly large percentage. So that's a really good option if you are someone that's wanting to homeschool. You have different groups, different sports, different activities that you can be a part of here and your children. So when it comes to Springfield education, they definitely have a lot of good options for you. Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about sports. So believe it or not, Springfield, Missouri actually has some professional sports teams. So you have the Springfield Cardinals. Now that is the minor league for the St. Louis Cardinals. The one thing that I will say is the Springfield Cardinals is definitely has a really awesome stadium here. So that's Hammons Field. And I can't tell you how awesome of an area that it actually is. Its downtown stadium it's just beautiful. It looks like a major league stadium. It's one of the nice. I've actually been in a few different minor league baseball stadiums. I'm telling you, this one looks like a major league stadium, just like shrunk down. So it's an awesome place. Obviously, prices are way cheaper than going to an actual major league baseball game, but you still get that same atmosphere and feel as you do going to those bigger areas in this smaller stadium. So definitely something that I would highly recommend. Season passes aren't even that much, so it can be something that you just kind of do. It can be a new tradition for you and your family. Now, some of the other sports places that you can go catch some sports games at is going to be the college, which is Missouri State University. So that's a D1 school. So you're still going to get some really good level of sports there. So a lot of people here like going to those football games, to those college basketball games and baseball games. So that is a good option. I believe that they have a rugby team too, tennis, just a lot of really cool stuff whenever it comes to sports here. It definitely is a big part of Springfield and of the area here. So if you're a sports fan, a sports lover, especially baseball, they got a lot of stuff that you're really gonna like here whenever it comes to that Cardinals Stadium. So definitely something that if you are a sports fan, you're gonna have something to do here in Springfield. All right, so next up we have transportation. And what I mean is you need to know about the transportation here in Springfield. So for the most part, everyone here has their own vehicle. It's not a big enough city where you're gonna be able to get around without a car. And what I mean by that is we don't have any big tram system or big subway system. Obviously, there is the city bus, some different like a little trolley, stuff like that. But if you're for your everyday life, you're gonna want a vehicle here, or you're going to want to be Ubering around. Which how cost effective is Uber? I don't really know. I've never done it. To actually get around every single day. But I would say that as a city, Springfield is kind of lacking on that public transportation, because we are big enough now to where that's something that they could definitely add in, and they do have plans for that, I've been hearing, but as of right now, it's definitely not something that's practical for most people. There is some different areas that you could live in, such as downtown, or you know, there's a few different areas where you could live, where you know, you could walk to different things, but for the most part, for 99.9% of people living here, you're gonna need your own car. So that's something that if you're moving from a bigger city where you're used to taking advantage of the public transportation that they may have there for you, you're not gonna find that for the most part here in Springfield. All right, so next up is going to be the weather here in Springfield, Missouri. So it's Missouri. It's the Midwest. Like a lot of people say in some other places, you know, if you don't like the weather here, wait about 5 minutes and then it'll change. It is something where it seems like we can get all 4 seasons in a 24-hour period. But I'll be honest, for the most part, it's a pretty moderate climate here in Springfield. You know, yes, in the winter time, you have a chance of having snow. You have a chance of having ice storms. In the summertime, it can get really hot, and then the biggest thing in the summer times is the humidity. If you're coming from somewhere that's a drier climate and you're not used to having humidity, it's definitely going to take you some time to get used to the humidity here. So that's something that we always want to make people aware of before moving here. Now, to be honest, I actually think that the weather here is a pretty big positive, because you do get all 4 seasons. In the winter, you're going to have white Christmases sometimes. It's not always, but for the most part, you are going to get snow at some point through the winter. The downfall is you can also have ice, which no one likes that. But you know, you have snow. In the springtime, you have beautiful spring. You know, you have a beautiful springtime. In the summer times, you know, warm, sunny. You can go and do all your water activities. You know, such as, you know, going to the lake and water skiing, stuff like that. And in the fall, of course, everyone loves a good fall, good bonfire weather. You see the leaves change on the different trees here, and they fall off. You know, and everything. Just a beautiful thing, in my opinion, and definitely outweighs the cons of the different seasons here. So if you are someone though that wants, you know, it to be sunny and 70 every single day of the year, this, you know, I hate to tell you, this isn't Florida, so you're not going to find that here. But if you're someone that enjoys all those different seasons, this is a great option for you. All right, and then kind of piggybacking off of that last one, we're going to go on to this next one, which is going to be the outdoors. So if you are an outdoor enthusiast and love being outdoors, this is a really good option. This is the Ozarks.
Look at that, man. The great outdoors, huh?
Yeah, great outdoors.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have, you know, tons of hiking trails, walking trails, mountain biking trails, just tons of stuff to go and do and see here. You're gonna have a lot of conservation land here, so you can go through and take advantage of that. If you're someone that likes to hunt, there's a lot of hunting ground here, whether that be you know, making friends with different people, or maybe leasing land to get on private land. There's also a lot of public land that you can take advantage of hunting here. Of course, there's different sections and all that. You have to look into all of that and get a map and make sure you're hunting where you're supposed to be hunting with what you're supposed to be hunting with, obviously, but that's something that's real easy to find out online and through those different maps. But when it comes to hunting here, you know, we have deer, turkey, there's bear over in Arkansas that you can hunt. Of course, small game such as dove, rabbit, squirrel, all kinds of different game when it comes to hunting. If you're someone that likes to fish, we have different rivers and lakes and streams and all kinds of different bodies of water. So if you're a fisherman, then you have a lot of different options when it comes to the types of fishing and the types of fish that you can catch here. Now, other things for outdoors, obviously, there's a lot of different parks here. There's just a lot of different things for people who like to be outside and be active, and to be outdoors. So if you're someone that wants that, this is definitely a good area. If you're someone that doesn't like being around outdoors, then, you know, this is the Ozarks. It may not be the best place for you. So definitely keep that in mind when moving here. All right, so our last thing that you must know before moving here is going to be one that a lot of people ask about, and that is tornadoes. So yes, you are in the Midwest. You are in what some people call Tornado Alley. We're actually kind of outside of it, but we still get lumped in there. Tornado Alley, though, or tornadoes. Does Springfield have them? Yes, we definitely do. But it's not as big a deal as what everyone kind of thinks if you've never lived in an area that has tornadoes. Now, we're not Kansas. We don't have them every other day and every day at 2 p.m. I'm just kidding, obviously. But it is something that you need to be made aware of whenever it comes to moving here. So back in 2011, the most notable tornado that most people probably know about the area hit Joplin, Missouri, which is only about an hour to the west of Springfield. And that went through, caused a lot of death, caused a lot of damage, horrible, horrible thing. Not downplaying a tornado in this area by any means at all. But it's just something that you kind of learn to live with around here. I've lived in this area for almost my entire life, and I can tell you that I've never physically seen a tornado with my own eyes. Doesn't mean that you don't move here and you see one tomorrow, after you get here. But more than likely it's not going to happen. And if there is a tornado, we have really good alarm systems and warning systems that tell us beforehand.
Tommy?
If you look over there behind me, that's a tornado! Yes, a twister!
So I will say that I have heard a tornado siren go off many, many times though. But it's just something, as long as you watch the weather and are aware of your surroundings, and just make sure that you take those warning signs and those sirens seriously, you're gonna be fine here. It's not something that you're really gonna have to worry about at all. And if it's something that does really concern you and you do still want to move here, then you can always, of course, do a storm shelter in your house or right outside of your house and bury it underground. There's a lot of different companies here that can help you out with that. We can, of course, put you in contact with them. But it's something that I just wanted to touch on. Yes, we do have tornadoes here. I'm not saying that you're never going to be in one, not saying that you are. It's just something that I want you to be aware of before moving here or before deciding to make that move here. But like anything else, it's just something that you have to get more information on. So if you guys are thinking about making the move here, then just reach out to us. Me and my team would absolutely love to sit down and have a conversation with you over the phone, over a Zoom call, however you guys want to do it. You can give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Just like I was saying, just reach out to us. Tell us what your concerns are, and then we can kind of just go through and tell you if we think this is a good fit for you. Like I was saying, our job is to be as honest with you guys as possible. So if you guys call us and you tell us some of this stuff and it really just doesn't line up with this area, then we're going to be honest and just say like, hey, maybe this isn't the best place for you, and maybe you should look at a different area. But most of the time, people find that this is a really great area and has a lot of different options for all different types of people. So definitely a place that I recommend. My family loves it. So if you guys are looking to make that move here, reach out to us and we would love to help you guys. Whether you're looking to move, like I was saying, today, tomorrow, or 5 years down the road, it doesn't matter. We'd love to help you guys out. But if you guys want to stay up to date on all the videos that we put out, then be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as that bell, that we're notified every time we put out new videos just like this one here. But until the next time, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.